we have some recruiting news that came out today on Legend Bay, the athlete who plays quarterback that was committed to Tennessee. He flipped his commitment to Ohio State earlier today. And I have a few thoughts on this. I know, Dan, I get paid to analyze this stuff for you, so I will take the lead on this one. But I'm a little confused by the fact that he was rated so lowly out there in Texas compared to some of his counterparts in that state, because we all know Texas is one of the best recruiting states in the country. And all these services and these scouts are just like, he's borderline 3-4 star when he's playing against the best of the best in Texas. Now, I think their rationale is because he is going to have to play a different position in college than quarterback. That's not why they're recruiting him. But I don't know why you look at a guy that can outrun every single player on the field any given day and not give him, like, at the very least, a high-end 4-star ranking when that guy is he's clearly talented enough to be on the field at any D1 football team, and they're just overlooking him. Why is he so under-recruited? And, Ohio State found something that we all saw. We all knew what he could do. And I would not be surprised if he goes on to have a great career at Ohio State, something akin to a Braxton Miller, because that's a guy who – and I hope for his sake he doesn't get injured and get put into that situation like Braxton Miller. But he's a little bit smaller, but it's that same kind of deal where you got a guy that can throw the football really well, because he was throwing some dimes in those highlight packages that we saw when he committed. But I remember, watching Braxton Miller, they would move him out and make him run these design quarterback runs, and he'd just be dusting people. Like he had that one at Virginia Tech in, what was that, 2015, where he just left everybody in the dust. And I think that's what they could get with Legend Base. So this is the first commit that I'm kind of bummed to see decommit from Tennessee, because the other 5 were, I think, because Carson Snead was flirting for like 4 months with North Carolina. It was only a matter of time before he went, and everybody else was a 3-star. So it was like, it is what it is. But after watching Legend Bay, I am kind of bummed to see him decommit from the class, because I really wanted to see what he'd look like in a Josh Heupel offense. I thought he could have added a really fun dimension that wasn't already there.
Well, let me ask you this. Was he going to play quarterback here, or is it a Faison Brandon type thing? Like, okay, him and George are already here, basically?
Well, then he was not going to play quarterback anywhere he goes, I don't think. Surely they're not going to have him playing quarterback at Ohio State outside of an occasional trick play package. It's akin to what you've seen with Kamario Taylor for most of the season at Mississippi State, where he's running wildcat mostly and throwing in passes. Now, I know Kamario Taylor's beginning to play a little bit more, especially last week against Georgia, but I think he's more of a specialty player. Speaking of special, they are thinking about using him on special teams. I think he could be an electric return man. He's just got to develop those hands, which is the big thing. I don't think he has a future at quarterback unless he's playing for some group of 5 team or in an option system for that matter. So I think that is part of the reason why he's being a little bit under-recruited, but you can't look at that speed and turn it down. There's just no way you can look at that, because I think the number was 10-2 on a 100-meter dash, which is fast.
That's really fast. I mean, and he's such a dangerous player too. I mean, if he can get to be able to catch the ball really well, I mean, all you have to do is get the ball to him, and he seems like he's gone. I mean, his highlight reel is just absolutely electric.
Does he return kicks or punts in high school?
Not yet. I think that's one phase they're going to have to work at. But again, if you could just develop his hands, develop him as a return man, the speed kills. It always has. And if they get him involved at Ohio State, he could outrun everybody in those return games. I mean, you're seeing it at Texas right now too with Ryan Niblett. He's basically won them 3 games this year because he's had clutch punt returns in that game. So if Legend Bay can be that guy for Ohio State, they're going to love him up there.
Well, I'll say this. So he probably would have played receiver at Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got Tristan Keys, you got Staley for, I guess, a year or two. Maybe it's he doesn't see any playing time. Maybe it's something like that. But, I mean, obviously you got Cardell Tate and I guess Jeremiah Smith for one more year at Ohio State. So, but that would be his freshman year up there. So,
yeah. I'm not so much, looking at the fact that he wouldn't have played at Tennessee. I'm just more confused at the fact that he's been very, very under-recruited this entire time. Like, how does that happen? I'm so confused. So, but
especially in Texas,
Yeah, and he's in the highest classification of Texas football. He's playing the best of the best out there. So I don't know how they're forgetting him. Well, I know they offered him, but he didn't have as much interest in going there. I know it was Tennessee and Texas A&M initially.